So you've put in the long hours for the work to earn the money to go out and buy a pre-built computer, and you want to know, can it handle Black Myth Wukong? You've taken the time to research online, you've looked at pre-built computer sites, and now you still are uncertain of what it's like to game on a pre-built computer. We're going to discuss what are FPS, basically the smoothness and the feel of how the game plays for you. Are you going to experience any stuttering? Are you going to have any lag? Will the game be able to run the way you would hope for it to play on a pre-built computer? And I would like to point out to you that all the cinematics that you're watching behind me and above me and around me right now are recorded by the pre-built that I'm currently using. So it is paired with a Ryzen 7 8700F, which is the CPU, and then it's got a graphics card of an RTX 5070. So in this video, I'm going to break down how this particular computer performs while we are recording, while we are playing the game, and overall the experience. And we're going to discuss some of the things of like, what if we try to optimize the frames per second? What if we try to get to the highest video quality that we can? What would it look like if you purchased a computer of lower value or higher value? So this is probably considered to most people a mid to high end. The CPU is not the greatest, but the card is pretty high. So we're going to jump into the gameplay and go over all those things so that you guys can have a better understanding of, should you purchase a pre-built? Is it the right option for you? Let's get into it. Okay, so we're in Black Myth Wukong, and I've got a couple things that I'd like to accomplish in this video so that you can better understand, is a pre-built gaming PC going to get you the performance and the experience you're looking for? So a couple things I want to identify before we get started. That way you can easily understand what it is we're doing. If you look in the top left of the screen, there are some numbers up there that are going to help you identify how well the game is performing and what kind of load it's putting onto my computer. So the GPU at the top number is the temperature that it's running, and then next to that is the percentage that it's being used. If you have a higher end graphics card or even graphics cards that are more new, you would prefer, especially a game like Black Myth Wukong, a high percentage there, because that means that it's utilizing the graphics card to its best ability. The mem below that with the megabytes is actually how much of the VRAM you're going to use, and that's important because when you purchase a computer or you're buying a graphics card, you want to know, does it come with 8 gigabytes, 6 gigabytes, 12 gigabytes, 24 gigabytes, 16 gigabytes of VRAM, because games use up a percentage of that amount. And if it goes over that, you'll notice a lot of choppiness and stuttering. For this particular game, generally, so every 1024 megabytes is equal to 1 gig. So kind of keep that in your mind. Usually it doesn't get over like 8.5, maybe 9 at the highest, even with the highest graphic settings. And then second, we want to make sure that we're also paying attention to the FPS value. So the higher that number is, generally that means that the more frames your computer is putting out and the better quality the game is going to be, and you'll feel that it's a smoother experience. You'll feel that there's less stuttering, maybe no lagging, no blur. So like if you move around, things will look more clean. Now it is important to notice that this card is a 12 gigabyte card for 5070, which often gets a lot of flack, but you'll see here we really don't go over it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use the game in the recommended settings. So this is what they've asked us to use. If you're following along, you want to look at Black Myth Wukong, it's got us on 75 super resolution, DLSS on, ray tracing off, and then everything else is on very high. So we're going to go through, play the game a little bit. You're going to get to experience what it looks like, how it plays, and all of that. And before we continue really quick, I just want to give a shout out to the sponsor of the video, Sanford Business Experts. If you have any hiring or recruiting needs for your business, or if you're a hiring manager of any kind, please check us out. The link will be in the description below for that. We are going to jump into the game and get into some gameplay for you all. So again, pay attention to that top left. The D3, D12 number is the FPS right there. It says 65 FPS. This is on the recommended settings. So, you know, above 60 FPS is generally like what you would be asking for most computers, especially pre-built. And you'll see as we get into further in the game, so like you guys can look around and check the quality of the game and see what it looks like as we get further into the game. You will see, like, as we up some of the settings, the FPS is going to skyrocket up, and you'll be able to decide for yourself, like, are those settings worth turning on, or do you feel like some of these other things are maybe more pure as far as the graphics goes? But yeah, that is what we're going to be doing. So I am on a part of the game where I have been absolutely getting destroyed by the boss. So we're gonna go all the way to this boss, which should only take a couple minutes. We're gonna fight that particular boss. And then from there, I will probably lose. We'll change the graphic settings so then you can get again see what some of those other ow, this guy really hurts. You can see what those settings look like. If you have not played Black Myth Wukong yet, I would highly recommend it. It's been a lot of fun for me. I can't remember, is it this way? I don't think it is. I think it's this way. Yeah. So the boss is going to be through here. The FPS might dip here because it's pretty intense. Which one is this? Okay, cool. I am probably going to get owned. So please just keep that in mind as we go through this. You guys might know how to beat it. I do not. So we're going to fight this guy. We're going to try to do as much damage as possible. Uh-oh. Oh, this is like the first time I've never taken any damage. It like always attacks. All right, can we get in some strikes here? Ow. Woo. I gotta say, this is one of the better times I've fought him, actually, surprisingly. Ah! Woo. Barely got away there. We have to heal here. Also, you may see my daughter come in here. She's a big part of my life, so you guys are welcome to my near 2-year-old running around screaming. She might say monkey ooh ooh ah ah. So, you know, just be prepared for that. That is the dad life. Trying to run a business, be a content creator, and doing all those things. We're actually doing really well here. Uh-oh. I might... I don't know. I don't want to jinx it. I don't think I'm going to beat him. If we can get the... Ow, 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 ow. If we can get our stun up again... If we can get our stun up again, I can heal. That's what I need to do. I need to heal here. Ow, ow, ow. Dang, you're already attacking again? Holy moly, this guy owns me every time. This is probably the closest I've been to beating him. You like never get to attack against him. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we have died. I was unable to pay attention to those numbers, but even if you look now, the MEM, so it's like 8,500 would be like 8.5 gigabytes essentially, and this card has 12 gigabytes of RAM, and you're looking at the FPS here. So now we're gonna run through and do the same thing, and maybe I'll beat him because I turned the performance up. We're gonna jump into the settings here. We're gonna go to the graphics and turn it all the way down. So we're gonna turn that off. We're gonna turn everything as far down as possible here. And we're gonna turn this DLSS onto... Oh, it won't let me turn it on. Oh, you can't turn it on. Okay, cool. So I think DLSS is probably... I don't know what these mean. Oh geez. Okay, I don't know which one's better. So we're gonna apply these changes. So while we're getting ready to load this in, I did want to discuss maybe if you had a lower budget, you know. So this computer, if you were to purchase it now, probably is around $1,400 to $1,600. So these are kind of the expectations you would get. Now keep in mind, we are playing this while recording. So I have a mic running, I have a camera going, I have a recording software going. This thing that you see in the top left is also something that's putting stress on the computer. So like if you were to just play this game by itself, your performance would be significantly higher than what I'm seeing. Now, if you're new to computers, there's something that NVIDIA has released recently called DLSS, which is a frame generation tool that allows your computer to essentially like kind of predict and use AI to up the frames, the FPS that you're going to get. This has it on very moderately and mildly in this setting. So we're We're almost getting native FPS, and this is very low graphic settings. I've never actually played with it on this low, but I will tell you right now, this is actually more responsive. So we're gonna buy some stuff really quick because I need to attempt to beat this guy. So we are going to do that. Do I even have any money? I do. Okay. I don't think that's gonna help me much. Okay, so we're gonna go through, attempt to fight that same boss again. Cool. So we're gonna fight these guys. Honestly, so again, pay attention to the FPS. I will say this looks worse, but we are, I on my end, I know YouTube compresses this. I am getting a significantly faster response time. So these things may matter, especially with this particular computer. It is CPU bound, which is the computer processing unit. I think that's what it is. It's something of that nature. That is an 8700F. That's not the fastest. There are plenty of other better options. Yeah, anyway, so as we get ready to track into this boss again, we'll I'm actually just going to dodge this guy instead of trying to you know, fight him. So, you know, after we beat him here. So 1400 to 1600 for a PC of this nature. Now you can buy better. I'm just going to be honest with you. You can buy better and you can absolutely build better. In the future, we are going to build PCs based off of like what people request, what types of builds they're looking to see, and you know, other pre-builts as well, and test them out and kind of go through these same rigorous things. But 1400 to 1600, now you can get better specs for that will perform higher than this. If you're looking to spend maybe 7 to 1,000, that's probably where you're going to be running best, like games like Fortnite, Valorant, Counter-Strike 2, Marvel Rivals, kind of. Anything like 1200 to 1500, maybe a little higher, you're going to start to expect to be able to play games like AAA games like Black Myth Wukong, Spider-Man 2 in 1440p to some capacity. Once you get to like the $2,000 price point and higher is generally when you might be able to get into some 4K gaming. But to be honest, the majority of us don't own a 4K monitor, and we honestly wouldn't even notice the difference between. So this is a 1440p monitor, 165 hertz, is 32 inches. It's a great monitor. I probably wouldn't be able to tell a big difference on a 4K monitor. So let's go fight this guy. Keep an eye out for the FPS, you know, just the gameplay and everything. And let's see if we can actually beat him this time. All right. Ow. Okay, we're doing some good damage. I actually do feel like the lower resolution here is contributing to me getting faster and easier gameplay out of this. Dude, he attacks so fast. Ow, 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 ow. All right, let's heal. Take that. Okay, we might actually beat this guy, you guys. I have tried this same person like probably 20 times at this point, no joke, and he's owned me. Ow, 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 ow. Uh-oh, we're out of energy, we're out of energy, we're out of energy. Uh-oh. Dodge! Dodge, monkey! I might be able to beat him. Oh, we're running out of energy. So there's a bar in the lower left. It's like going down as I'm speaking here. That determines like the amount of like sprint, or I think I'm actually gonna beat him, you guys. Oh, did I speak too soon? Please, please, wait. We can talk this through. Uh-oh, you guys, I spoke too soon. Uh-oh, I spoke too soon. I just need to get to... I just need to get to this freeze thing. Yes, let's go. I can heal. Oh, no. Oh, he's owning me. Please, please, let me win. Just let me win here. No, wait. We're so close. No. Okay. That was close. I do feel that there was some more responsiveness when we dropped it down there. So now we're going to take it and bump it all the way up to the best graphic settings that we can apply. We're going to continue to look at the FPS, and you also may notice a drop. It might perform poorly as I've done that. So let's go ahead and go over to the settings here. Graphics all the way up. DLSS, frame generation, full ray tracing on, very high. The graphics card does not support. Yeah, it does. What do you mean it doesn't? Why does it think I'm not using... does it not think I'm using my RTX 5070? That's strange. Okay, so... Wow, there is an immediate difference. I can tell. Woo! We're going to go back and buy some potions. FPS have dropped quite a bit here. Or I think we're out of everything. I don't actually know that I can beat this guy now. Okay. It is what it is. So this is considered better quality. It's really strange that it's not letting me do the frame gen. Now you can see that the MEM number has gone up by a fair amount here. It has, and there is definitely like, you can see my staff waving around and being utilized and things like that, but there is a lot more latency on my end. I'm feeling it, and you can see the FPS, the frames per second have dropped significantly. So let's go ahead and fight this archer guy. I'm gonna have to evaluate that as well, because I was getting like 200 FPS, and I did have frame generation enabled. So I'm not sure why it's saying I don't have a graphics card that can handle that. Maybe I've deleted my drivers or something on accident. Okay, so we're gonna head back over. No, it was this way. Again, you can see the dip here. So again, we're measuring the kind of performance that you might be able to expect if you were to go with a computer of this nature, or if you were to go with something lower. Again, it looked fine on those really low settings. I thought it looked okay, and it performed well. So we're gonna go ahead and fight this guy again. We'll continue to monitor the... Okay, so we actually... Oh, ow. I'm still burning here. I'm actually kind of owning him. Ow. Was that all of it? Ow, ow, ow! He disabled that! Okay. Well, awesome. We died there. This is a very challenging level. For me, I'm sure many of you are much better. So now that we've gotten to this point in the video, hopefully you have an idea of what to expect if you were to buy a pre-built. You know, in the future, we're going to potentially purchase other pre-builts. Like I said, build our own PCs just to give you guys specs of like what really you should expect in the gameplay. And then if you have other games that you would like to see, especially on this computer or others, please leave a comment, consider liking the video. And again, be sure to check out SanfordBusinessExperts.com. It is a recruiting and hiring business that I personally own. We have filled over 50 positions in the last 3 years. It's just me by myself for now. So I'd love to work with you if that's something you're interested in. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you in the next one.